Hello and welcome to another update video about Polkadot. Just want to give you an update about Polkadot because it is starting to look a little bit interesting. However, we don't yet have a confirmation that the downtrend is over, but Polkadot is holding well, and it recently did cross various, or it crossed a main resistance line, and we're going to take a look at that. Overall, however, Polkadot has not yet reached this target area down here. This is the area below the wave of the wave A, or the low of that wave A, that in my opinion Polkadot just needs to get to. Yeah, and this is at around $10.60, yeah, or $10.71. You can see it here. It's the 78.6% fib level. That is what needs to be reached as a minimum, not only because it is that particular fib level, but more importantly in an ABC correction in which we currently are. As per the Elliott wave method, we need to come below that wave A. If you don't, it will always be a problem, yeah, and Polkadot will remain sort of in limbo, I would say, and that correction will never have been completed correctly, and it will always be like a, I don't know how you call it, like something that is hovering above this chart, which just doesn't make this chart look good, and which will eventually come back and let the chart suffer going forward. So overall, that correction needs to be complete in order to sort of tidy it all up, and in order for the price to allow the price to make new all-time highs. Okay. Nevertheless, we are starting to slow down the downtrend very, very significantly. It's looking at least like that. I mean, we did that. If you look at the chart, just purely look at the chart and purely looking at the price action, at the momentum, you can see that we had a very strong downtrend coming from the all-time high. We moved down very strongly all the way down to $24, $25. We then also did something similar to what we are doing now. We moved sideways from the 5th of December until the middle of January. So 4, 5, 6 weeks, we just moved sideways. That is exactly what we are doing now, pretty much. We then had another drop. We're oversold, yeah, on various time frames, and we have since then moved sideways. Also, pretty much the same time period, yeah. So just because the downtrend is slowing down doesn't mean that we have to go up, but it is worth keeping in mind that we still haven't reached that target area, so we still haven't reached that lower low, and we did that slowing down of the downtrend before and dropped still. So I think we need one more drop. The problem is if Bitcoin decides now to trigger my alternative, and you will know what I'm talking about if you have been watching my Bitcoin videos, where Bitcoin would move above 45 or 46.5K, yeah, sort of that zone, then we are unlocking temporarily much higher prices for Bitcoin, and that will have an impact on Polkadot. So don't get me wrong, even though I say that Polkadot has to come lower, this could still mean that Polkadot in the short term, I mean, obviously, of course, Polkadot in the short term can go higher, absolutely. There is potential here for short-term upside. There is, and I think we can see some significant upside if we break above this $19.11 level. This is the 61.8% Fibonacci level. Yeah, we haven't been above that level since the beginning of February, and that is a very important Fibonacci level anyway. So what you're seeing here in the smaller scale is basically here a W pattern, yeah. Well, sorry, that was ugly, but anyway, you know what I mean. A W pattern where you make a higher low, and if you break out in the next instance, that could unlock prices all the way up to first $25, and then in the next step, even here $31. So that is a very important step, and yeah, that is what I'm watching out for. But I would still be very, very careful with Polkadot because it hasn't reached that lower low level, and I'm not confident that from here we can see sustainable new all-time highs. Of course, we can see temporary upside. That is, of course, possible, but it doesn't mean that the uptrend will be sustainable. Yeah, so that is very important, and that is the key level I'm watching out for. To the downside, it is $10.71. I think with another drop, we are there. Yeah, and then I'm happy. Then I'm happy. Generally, looking at the indicators here on the daily chart, you can see that also the RSI has been going up a little bit, but it's pretty much at the tipping point now. So we are at a level where we found resistance now various times. We had a few times a little bit of a fake out above the 50 line on the RSI, but pretty much since November 21 we are in the bearish momentum range. So a sustainable breakout above 50 will probably coincide with a move above that 61.8% FIB level and also coincide with higher prices. The momentum indicator MACD or the oscillator MACD is also going up. That would support increasing prices. Yeah. The stochastic RSI is also going up, but nearly overbought. So need to be a bit careful about that. The ADX and DI is still showing a short signal here, and also we have this short signal on the chart pretty much since November. Yeah, this is when the red line is crossing above the green line, and we had a bit of a mix here, but again it did not move bullish. So yeah, pretty much since November we had this bear signal or this short signal, and until that is over, I'm not confident that the downtrend is over. So pretty much bearish, this one, yeah, which doesn't mean that short-term upside isn't possible. Yeah, the MACD is bullish, and also the OBV, so the on-balance volume, which just shows generally how is the volume looking like. And here we are at a very low level, so this is generally bearish, yeah, even though it has increased slightly lately. But look at where we are. We've been dropping since November as well, yeah, pretty much. So the OBV is down, the ADX is still showing us a bearish signal, overbought on the stochastic RSI, so also rather bearish. Resistance at the RSI, I think this is where it's going to be decided. The MACD is showing positive momentum, absolutely. I think what is going to decide this, where we're heading, is this RSI, because we are here heading into resistance at the 50 level, and if this is breaking, then we can see here a breakout to the upside, I think. Yeah. Also, as we are approaching this resistance level, I mean, we have moved above the 20-day moving average here today, yeah, or yesterday even. So if you hold that and then move above $19 or $19, yeah, that 61.8% FIB level, then I think you can see higher prices here. But until then, my view is, but even then, don't get me wrong, even then I think the downtrend, it is not over, because we have not reached that low price area. Okay, we need to do that. So that is my view here on Polkadot. Hopefully that was useful. If you like the update, please hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment for the algorithm. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.